Hello everybody, Diesel Johnny Boy here. It's a nice spring afternoon and it's about the 22nd of March, so I thought you might like to see my little AC1ZS Petters diesel engine. I thought we've got him out for the afternoon. We thought we'd give him a bit of a run. It's one of my newest engines I've acquired. Nice little engine, I thought you would like to see it. So well, there's Portia and Georgie. Georgie's a little mini schnauzer. And there's Portia, they're enjoying the sunshine. Anyway, okay, here she is, the little AC1ZS made by Petters. Now this engine was made to replace the PAZ1, the long running in production, the Petters PAZ1, which was often used as a ubiquitous concrete mixer engine. But Petters found that making the PAZ was a bit not a very economical proposition, as the governor itself on its own was very complicated and it became just too expensive to make. So after goodness knows how many years, over 20 years, 58, 70 years, well over 20 years of production, the PAZ1 went out of production and they brought in the AC series engines, which are slightly easier to make, simpler in construction. So here we are. So this is a nice example of one actually, the AC1ZS. This engine is rated up to 6 brake horsepower at 3,000 RPM. So yeah, it's a good all-round little engine. They used it for generators, pumps, all sorts of applications it was used for. And this actual type of engine is still being made. I think there's the AD one. I made it in twin cylinder formats as well. So yeah, this one is quite an early one, I believe. Probably, I think they started production about 1981. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the date. But yeah, I just made this trolley to put on this one as well. Just a word about the little trolley. Try to mount them on something sturdy because they're quite heavy. Still, though it's a small engine, it's still quite heavy. But this little trolley cost me next to nothing. It's the 2 cast iron wheels you see there are off a chicken shed. I bought those for £2 each. They're all rusty, off an old farmer. He'd broken up the old chicken shed and he had a load of these old wheels lying about, so I bought 4 of them for 10 quid. So I got like £2.50 each. So yeah, that was a pretty good buy. The timber I had lying around, it's just a bit of old 9x2 off an old wall plate off a house, so it's quite nice and old looking. So I ripped that down, turned it into a couple of sort of 4x2 type bearers. Yeah, there we go, and that's sort of bolted on there. You can see the axle just sort of bolted on underneath. They're just 2 independent wheels with their own little sort of bracket things hold the axles on. They're a bit wobbly. But it doesn't really matter though, because I'm not taking it on going up to motorway speed. There's a couple of bits of oak there which the engine is bolted onto. For the handle, I've made that out of, I think that is 30mm by 6mm bar, which you can buy really cheap. I mean, I bought a great length of it for like 15 quid, which is enough to make 2 handles basically. It's just that sort of configuration with a bit of metal welded on the bottom, a bit of the short bar down there. There's a kind of a stand, and these are a couple of bits of old water pipe I found. Welded those on there. So the trolley costs next to nothing. 15 quid if you add it all up. Maybe not even that. Anyway, there we go. That's the little trolley. But anyway, I'll fire her up for you, and you can hear her running. I've got a book for it as well, which is quite handy. Look, they see the AC1ZS. They call it the new PAZ. Try and get the older owners to adopt the new engine. Try and tilt that like that. You might be able to see it then. Still, let's start her up. Oh, just one thing on these engines. There is a cold starting thing on here. You put a bit of oil down. It's quite clever actually, because on the oil filler down here, you can see there's a little plunger on the oil filler. You pump that a couple of times and unscrew the cap, and then you can use that to put a bit of oil down into the cold starter. So if the weather's a bit frosty, you just put a bit of oil down there. It helps a bit of upper lubrication and increase the compression. It's a very simple little engine, nicely made. Quite a compact little engine. Anyway, let's fire her up for you. Oh, so one other thing, look, I forgot another thing I was going to tell you all about. I got one of these things that tells you the RPM that your engine's running up. That's quite good. So you stick a little thing on here, like a little reflector. You just cut a piece off, they give you a load, and you stick it on, and then you can just hold that on there, and it tells you the RPM. It's like an infrared beam. But I'll show you that working now. Let's fire her up. It's really cool. There she is, ticking away. Let's see what RPM we're going at then. No, it doesn't seem to be working. Anyway, there she is. There's a little Petters AC1ZS. I don't know why this isn't working. I think I was playing with the cat with it too much. It's like an infrared beam. I think the battery's gone flat. Never mind. Anyway, the engine runs really sweet. Very happy with it. Lovely little engine. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Bye for now.